Talk about a topic right now that really comes up in pretty much everybody's life. When you suddenly have to care for aging parents, the people who took care of you, you now have to take care of them. And many times there is conflict, huge conflict among siblings. Who does it? Who takes care? Who shares? How do you divide it up? Debbie Teofilo is with us. She's with a program called the 50-50 Plan, which can make a big difference. Debbie, hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. This happens all the time. Usually my observation is it's one child among the children who does most of the work, and then there's bad blood among the other children for various reasons. Am I overstating?
No, that's true. The research done by for Home Instead Senior Care found that typically it is a daughter in her 50s that is taking care of a mother in her 80s, 81 or so, and 43% of the time it's just that one daughter who is taking care with no help from the siblings.
Or it's the son. In my dad's case, he did the work on his parents.
Which therefore creates inequities in the amount of work done, bad blood, and maybe inequities later when the will is divided.
Yes, it is. It's important to have some kind of information and to be proactive and to discuss among the siblings what could be done. So Home Instead Senior Care has something called the 50-50 rule. You want to split things 50-50. And you can go to a website, solvingfamilyconflict.com, and you can download a guide. This is one of the guides that you can download, and it gives help on how to be proactive, how to come up with a plan, how to talk people
Okay, Debbie,
over.
excuse me for interrupting. That's all there if we go online and get it. For those folks who are just going to hear you for a moment and then go away, but are dealing with this, the word of advice to them is what?
It is to be proactive, to talk about it before the crisis hits, with needing some care and just being reactive.
But don't you find some kids say, I don't want to talk about it? Mom is not like that yet. I don't want to hear it.
By kids, you could be talking about 50-year-old
Well,
people,
she said
and there's
50,
nothing,
yeah.
worse than family squabbles. They get really dirty and nasty, and you're talking about 50 and 55-year-old children that are acting like 8-year-olds. So how do you resolve all that?
Well, you have to think that your sibling relationships are the longest relationships you're going to have in your life, and it'd be better that instead of Family Feud, that it be something that brings the family together, and just to try and talk about it among the siblings first, and then talk to mom and dad and see what they want.
But let me go back to the question I was asking. There are in families some kids who are sensitive, adult children, sensitive to it. There are other siblings who don't want to deal with it because they can't handle the reality. They say, no, she's not that bad. No, leave her alone. Let her have her dignity. How do you handle with that? How do you handle that?
I would think that they would need to do some research about it as well, in terms of saying what things could be done to where it doesn't have to be something drastic. It can be just little things that can be done. Going to caring.com, reading a book called Stages of Senior Care, things like that. That might help, is just people coming to grips with some of those things, even though they're awkward.
Debbie Teofilo, thank you so much. We'll put it on our website, myfoxla.com, for all that information. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thanks for inviting me.